You're doing 1, 2, 3, and 4 with your partner. In 4, you're just filling out your row.
Divide that by 2. So, yeah.
When you get to number 3, you should just be measuring. You're not doing any right triangle trig for number 3. Just measure with your ruler, please. So we're filling out the whole table with our class data. What we should be noticing is that to get the area of the whole pie, it's going to be the area of one slice, which is a triangle, times the number of sides, and that's what we should be noticing. Go ahead and fill out the rest of the data from the class table. If you and your partner are done, I want you to start thinking about number 5. Number 5, what about a 15-sided pie? I don't actually want you to calculate it, but what would you do to find the area of that polygon? For number 5, how would we find the area of a 15-sided pie? Just in general, I'm not actually asking you to calculate it. What would you do? Any ideas? What do you think?
I said that you would measure the base and the height.
Okay.
And multiply those times 0.5, which ends up with that, and then multiply that by 15.
We're going to measure the base and the height. We're basically going to find the area of that triangle and then times that by 15. Okay? Any questions on the area of polygons? You ready to do the quick notes?
Yeah.
Flip your page. Quick notes time.
Yeah.
In our quick notes today, so for areas of polygons, the first thing we need to recall from Unit 10 is what are the two things that make a polygon regular? Can anyone remind us from Unit 10? Unit 10. Yes, go for it. Equilateral and equiangular, which means all sides are equal. All angles are equal. Today we saw in our little activity the area of a regular polygon comes from a triangle, specifically an isosceles triangle. So the first thing I'm going to do is do 1/2. The base of your triangle was really the side measure of the polygon, right? You measured that in centimeters. The height of your triangle was really what of the polygon? It's one of our vocab words from last unit. Went from the center to a middle of the side. An apothem, good. So I'm really doing 1/2 times the side of the polygon times the apothem. And that's a triangle. And then I times that all by n, which is number of sides. So this is really a triangle. And I times it by n. N, again, is number of sides of the particular polygon. That's our formula for the area. Questions about the quick notes? To keep us moving, I think we're going to do the check for understanding together. Sound good? Sound good? We're just going to keep it moving. Anyone still writing this down? All right. Number 1, it says find the measure of one interior angle and one exterior angle of a regular octagon. How many sides are in an octagon? 8. So to find that exterior angle, I'm going to do 360 divided by 8, which is 45 degrees. Remember that from last unit? That also finds the central angle. It's the same formula to find the central angle. But I want to know one interior angle. What do you recall about a pair of interior and exterior angles on the polygon? What do you recall about that relationship? They equaled 180 because they made a line. So instead of doing that whole triangle sum equation, couldn't I just do 180 minus 45 to get the one interior angle? Yes, because it is a linear pair. One interior angle, one exterior angle. Those guys add to 180. Made a linear pair. Great, we did number one. Number one's review. We are going to do number two together. Number two, I'm told a side, and I'm told the apothem. That's 10.8 if you can't read that. So I need to use my formula from our quick notes. What's our formula? The area is, look at your quick notes, 1/2 times the side, which is 5, times the apothem, which is 10.8, times number of sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Let's type that in our calculator right now. What do we get? The area of this regular polygon. What do we get? 162 units squared. Questions on number two? Just basic area. Questions on number two. Number three, we have to find the area of this regular polygon. I'm told the side. What's this on a polygon? It's the radius, but I need the apothem to do our formula. So I'm going to draw in the apothem. I made a right triangle. What would the base of the right triangle be? Oops. 2. Is there any formula I could use to quickly calculate the apothem side? What is it? We're going to use inverse trig. Inverse trig's for angles. So not that one. What else could we use? I know two sides. What are we going to use? Pythag. Good. I'm going to do 2 squared plus, well, I'm trying to figure out my apothem, equals 5.85 squared. Let's see if you can solve Pythag theorem. The area is 1/2 times the side length. What's the side length of this regular polygon? What's the side length? It's 4. Times 4. Times the apothem I just found, about 5.5, times the number of sides. 9 sides? Great. That's going to get us the area. Go, go, go. Calculate. That's our goal, is find the area. 99 units squared. Cool. Questions? So maybe you have to find an unknown piece in order to find the area. Ready? Number 4. Number 4. The perimeter of a regular heptagon, how many sides are in a heptagon? 7, is 87.5 inches. If the apothem is 12.8 inches, what is the area of the heptagon? I have the perimeter. How do I find one side? You do, because it's a regular heptagon. So they should all be equal. So we're going to divide that first to get one side. What do we get? 12.5. Okay, I'm going to label this as side length. This is my side length. They told us the apothem. We want to know what the area is. So we're going to use our area formula again. Half times side length times apothem, 12.8, times number of sides. What's that? 7. Calculate. Go. 560 units squared. We good? Area formula. Let's look at 5. If the area of a regular polygon with side length 7 and apothem 4.82 is 84.3 units squared, how many sides does the polygon have? Okay, this time I'm given the area. It's 84.3 because that's labeled in units squared. That's your key. It's labeled in units squared. That's the area. So I'm going to plug that in for A instead this time. So I've got area equals 1/2 times the side length. What's the side length here? 7 times my apothem. What's that? Great, times n number of sides, which is what we're trying to solve for. So this time I'm solving for n. I'm going to start by multiplying all these things together. First, do that in your calculator, please. 16.87. So now I have 84.3 equals 16.87 times n. I want to get n alone. What should I do? Let's multiply. What's the opposite of multiplying? Divide. We're going to divide both sides by 16.87. Boom. We'll get the number of sides. Let's divide both sides by 16.87. N is 4.997. So we're going to round up to 5 sides. Cool. Any questions about the area of a polygon? What's our homework? Our homework today is 1 through 7. I'll pass it out right now.